Holly Cotton here, and I am so excited about today's guest. I have the Fredy P, author, quote artist, country artist, and before I even say anything, I want to say that I too am also guilty of using Freddie's voice as a TikTok audio before. So I am so excited to talk to him today and hear his story. So welcome, Fredy P.
Good to be here. How are you doing?
Yes, yes, yes. So first, I know that was a very short introduction. So let me tell you guys because we need to put some respect on Freddie P because he does more than just sit around looking cute making audios for us to make TikToks on. So first of all, uh, Freddie P is a Kentucky person currently living in Tennessee. He's also a graduate. Yes, he's smart. University of Kentucky. I'm in the SEC, so I'm like,
You
I don't
understand?
know.
Come
We
on.
don't really cheer for Kentucky, though. That don't really count. But anyway, so he's also a children's book author. He has a book called Be a Dreamer. He also has a clothing line. He does all kind of other stuff, fitness, motivational, lifestyle brand. There we go. Got it, got it, got it. He also is a up and coming country artist. First of all, I love Heart Like a Truck, and I almost was gonna do a duet with you because whenever she goes at the end, that's my part, boy. That's my part. And the thing about Freddie is that if you guys have ever seen anything on Instagram with like this sultry motivational voice that's like, "Hey, beautiful, today you deserve to be taken care of," good chances are it's probably a Freddie P. Um, so we're gonna talk about you being a quote artist and all of your followings and all of that stuff. So now, welcome, Freddie P.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. Uh,
Yes, yes. Okay, so before we get into all of your 38 jobs, I want to talk about I want to talk about the one that is probably giving you the most I don't even know if it's feedback or what, but I guess attention right now, and that is your quote artist. So before we go into each of the entities that are Freddie P, tell us how you started doing this because you're very motivational.
well, thank you. No, I think what happened is I started saying things that would motivate me, and I started saying things that because I'm a positive-minded person, but even strong friends need your support. Even you need to build up yourself. You need that self-talk. And I was just thinking, man, if it resonates with me, it's got to resonate with other people. And then I started just saying stuff, and I've been doing it for a while now, and it just sort of took off. I think late 2022 November when people started reposting and using my sound, using my voice, and I'm like, hold on now, we might have some. And no, I say it for me because I need motivation just like everybody else. We live in a time to where you don't see enough positivity online, and it's a lot of male positivity. It's a lot of woman empowerment stuff. It's a lot of everything, and I think everybody just needs it. So I just started doing it, and it's catching on. So I'm not stopping.
Hell no, hell no. We ain't stopping. We only getting better. Cause I know some of the ones that you have are like a million, like millions of people are using audios. Cause I think like the one that I use, I didn't duet you, but I
Uh,
didn't even know that it was you. But first of all, it was probably before I even figured out how to duet, because that it took a little while. But but I think it was like one, and I was like sitting there or something, and it was you talking, and then I was just like, that's me, that's me.
yeah. No, it's simple stuff, man. I think I usually start out with, some people don't understand, and that was one of those, and you are so beautiful, and all these other things. It's the voice. God gave me a voice to where my brother tried the same things. Like, yeah, let me try that, man. I said, you can try it, but it's the voice, man. I was given a gift, a voice that resonates with people, and they want to use it, and it's something that they're missing. So they use it. And I'm happy for it. So thank you guys that are using it. If you're watching this, I appreciate you guys so much.
Love it, love it, love it. So, what is like, do you ever get DMs from people that are like, "Hey, oh my gosh, I love your voice," or whatever? Like, do you get not the weird ones? Because I know, whew, I know the thoughts out there. I ain't talking about them. I'm saying like the people who are really like saying, "Wow, I love what you said," or anything. Do you have any happy stories about any of that?
I get tons of it, so thank you to everybody that reaches out to me because I respond to everything. There is no computer; it's just me doing it. And what it is there's a lot of people going through relationship issues. They're going through divorces. They're going through situations with a significant other, and they say, "Well, your video helped me today. I needed to hear that today." And and I think what happened was my mother, I started singing. She's like, sing some gospel music for me on every Sunday. And I was just like, well, you just don't know how impactful it is. And I was like, man, let me try that same approach with these quotes because these quotes are for everyone. They're everywhere. And I just try to hone in on how to say it, how to express it. Am I going high enough, low enough? And in the word, because I'm trying to make it a craft and really appreciate the gift that I was given. And I want to deliver it to people so they can understand it and feel it. Even if they've never met me before, they can hear the voice or see it upon somebody's visual. And like, man, that voice is just something about that voice. And I'm just trying to continue to do it.
Well, it definitely helps that you're not too hard on the eyes because let me tell you something. Nothing I would hate worse than having this voice that's been motivating me to do stuff and I see the person and I'm like, "Oh, man, this who telling me this? Oh, no. I did not know Kermit the Frog was doing this." So
Thank
so
you, that. I really do. Thank you.
we definitely appreciate that. Now, do you have a favorite audio that you've ever done that's like your personal favorite?
Uh, you know what? I think I have one, and it was one I did a long time ago, and it speaks to me about being in competition with no one. Basically saying the only person I'm in competition with is the man in the mirror. And I think if everybody could understand that you're not trying to be better than that person, her or him, every day you wake up, you see yourself. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you striving for greatness? Are you understanding where you kind of fell back yesterday and don't make the same mistake today? So there's one. It didn't get as many, views and it didn't blow up, but it meant a lot to me because I'm always in competition with myself, especially when it comes to fitness or trying to be better or writing or whatever it is. It's like I'm just want to give you the best product that I have, give myself the best product that I have, and just be happy when I go to sleep at night.
I love that. I love that. I posted a meme. Not I don't know because I post a lot of memes on my story. So I posted one that said something about that too. About I don't compete with anyone. I want us all to win. But the only competition is who I was yesterday and making sure I'm better today. So I love that. I love that.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off. There's one that I love. It's I can't remember off the top of my head, but somebody is mad at you right now, and it's like basically choosing peace over drama. That one, oh man,
Well, and not only choosing peace over the drama, but I know they mad because they didn't think you was gonna be living it like you are or as successful as you are. Like that's the part that kills them because it's oh, I thought without me around, you weren't gonna be doing as well as you are. So that's how you kill them because you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you thought I was.
I don't. That says something about the best revenge is showing how good you did after they left. And I put it on Instagram. I haven't put it on TikTok yet. It'll be on TikTok. Once we get off of this chat, I'm gonna be posting it on TikTok. But that's the best revenge. It's not about being spiteful. It's about showing the glow up, the blow up.
Right.
You know,
And you mad because you lost this.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
Well, I'm gonna use that one for my TikTok later, okay, Freddie P. I'm gonna be like, the best revenge
yeah,
is
it's it because it'll be posted in about 10 minutes. I promise
okay. All right. Well, for anyone that's going to be listening to this, because it will not be in live time, FYI, go follow and stalk Freddie P. He's gonna have an audio for you to use,
you.
and you
Absolutely,
can make a very cute TikTok.
absolutely.
Because the ladies love walking.
They love the walk.
I know. I was like, I didn't want to do the walk, but everybody's like, you got to do the walk. You got. So now I'm walking.
The walk. The walk ain't going slow motion.
I'm
Everything
like, you sure? And everybody's like, that's the walk. I'm like, okay, well, just
you got.
keep walking.
You got.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so can you tell us? I know you were showing that you do have a clothing line. So tell us about that because that's also something exciting too. Obviously, you're into fitness. You look like you're pretty much in shape. I mean, you don't look better than me or nothing, but
I'm
you
trying to get to your level. Hey, how can I be more like Holly, man, every day? No,
you know, no, but
no.
no. Tell us about the clothing line, how you came up with it, what it's called, and I guess what you're trying to do with it.
I don't know if it's mirror image or whatever, but it says winner's work. I created it about 2 years ago, and I got to the point to where I was tired of buying Reebok, Under Armour, Nike, all these brands, Adidas, and I wanted to build something that I could be passionate about, that could motivate. Like I'm all about self motivation, self talk, self love, all that. And I was in the gym working out when I was in North Carolina, and winner's work just kept ringing in my mind, and so I just started making shirts for myself. And I was wearing them to the gym, and they were like, "Dude, can I get a shirt? Can I get a shirt?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't. I'm not a t-shirt salesman. Like, that's not what I do." But I think I said if 20 to 30 people ask me, and I have an order for 20 to 30, I'll make shirts. And then I was like, you know what? It's turned into a thing. And I said, let me go ahead and get a website. So you can go to winnersworkfitness.com, get all the shirts, clothes, leggings, sports bras, hats that you want. And I said, I'll just put it out there. And it's been doing well. Like it's not blowing out the water, but it's a dream. Once have a dream and you can turn that dream into reality, it's a blessing in itself.
Well, and I think that's the whole part that people don't realize that you and I say this as an entrepreneur myself that has multiple jobs, but my brand is Holly Cotton. So anything that I am affiliated with, one is going to be successful because Holly Cotton is successful. So it's the same thing with like you're saying with Fredy P. Like now you have put in the work. You are Fredy P. People know your voice. People know you. So now it's just the marketing and the associating that Winners Work brand with the big umbrella of
Right.
Fredy P.
Absolutely.
hmm
Absolutely.
So don't worry. At the end, I'm gonna have him spell out all of his links, all of this stuff. So make sure you go get the winner's work. So I love that. So you said you have hats, shirts.
Leggings, sports bras, hoodies, uh, toboggans, like all these things. If I dream it, I try to make it reality. That's just the way I think God just given me enough ability to. If He's giving me that information in a dream, He's giving me for a reason, and I try to make it come to life so everybody can see it. I don't like holding my blessings in. I like to share them with everybody.
And that's what makes you win. That's what makes you win. I love that. I love that. Okay, so that's two things. Check. Freddie P, you guys, he sends me. I'm like, hey, send me your bio so I can come up with some talking points. It's like 14 pages long. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything because I was like, oh my goodness, I had to scroll 3 times.
Page letter. I thought you liked Aaliyah, so I was like, let me send her a 4-page letter real quick, and, and
And that's exactly what I got. Um So, okay, so let's go back to children's book author and tell us about your book. So, tell us about the book, how you started that, because that's also something kind of unique. So, tell us about that.
So I have 3 kids, and I got tired of reading them the same old stories over and over again. I was reading a story one night, and I was like, I can write a children. And what happened is, I was sitting at I don't know if you know what a Sheets gas station is. I was at a Sheets gas station in Hickory, North Carolina, and it just spot on hit me, and I just started writing. And basically, be a dreamer is basically telling every kid, do not let people's failures determine what your success is going to be, and that you can be anything you want. And I wanted to have characters in it that weren't your typical characters. They look at athletes, black athletes, that black people just have to be an athlete. So I was like, let me put a white girl as an athlete. She's the sprinter. Let me put the black guy as the farmer. Let me put the Indian guy as the race car driver, just to get things. I want everybody to be represented, but you don't have to be represented in the way that the world kind of puts you in that box. And it just empowers kids to believe in their dreams, to go after their dreams, to understand you can't tell everybody your dream because they will try to, hurt that dream if you tell the wrong people. But just to go after everything that you want and be a dreamer is a great read for kids. To read to kids starting out, and a great read for kids 4 or 5 or 6 that can read them themselves. It's a picture book, great message to go after every dream that you want.
Okay, and say the name again and spell it for anyone that's just listening to the audio version.
Be a dreamer. BEA and then dreamer. DREAMER.
Okay, great. And what's your
Perry, that's the government name. Frederick Perry. It's on.
That's what I was about to I was going to ask you what is the pen name under again, and I interrupted you. So tell us again the name and then what and the author name.
So Be a Dreamer by Frederick Perry. It's available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Because because my show is a podcast plus we do video. So for anyone that's listening, when you're driving, sometimes you got to spell it for people because they'll out of sight, out of mind. He spelled it.
Every time I talk, you see me spelling things out because a lot of people listen to their social media or they watch it to where they can't hear it. They can just see the words. And me doing a video and you have it turned down volume, I want you to still get the message. So I totally get it.
Yes, smart. That's how to do it. We
Yeah.
don't give them all our secrets, Fredy P. Don't give. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the country artist, the singer part. So tell us, okay, you kind of gave us the background about that. Like your mom was like, hey, I need you to sing because I think you have a voice.
Yeah.
So you started singing, and then like how, because, and it's so funny because I actually just had a female black country artist, Bree Carter.
Agree. Yeah.
And so she was there and she was telling, and I'm like, listen, you know what? I think black folks about to take over country. So how did you go into country and that you decided to do that as what you wanted to do? And then just how did you start realizing that singing was something also you were passionate about?
Well, I've been passionate about singing my whole life. Started off in church. My mother was a singer. I went to a place called Paducah Tillman in Paducah, Kentucky. Sung in the a cappella choir, sung in all the choirs. Ended up getting a scholarship to UK on a singing scholarship. So I got a singing scholarship to University of Kentucky, and I've been singing ever since. But I sung a song by Josh Turner, and it went viral on TikTok. And I was like, man, country is not like a black. I ain't doing no country. Even though I'm a Kentucky boy, I'm a country boy all the way. I ain't doing all that. I'm an R&B singer, man. I need to sing something for the ladies. But I sung, "Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low." I sung that song and it went crazy. And I was like, hold on now. And then I started doing my own thing, started writing. I connected to some people in Nashville, and it's still going. Like I'm still doing great. Like I have a new song out called "My Country Style," which is doing well on iTunes, Apple Music, everywhere you can find music. "My Country Style" by Fredy P is out there. Please check it out. And I wrote it when I was in Carolina, North Carolina. So it starts out with the paying homage to Carolina. So it's Carolina kind of county line that'll get you out the city. Kind of back road, can't take it slow. Like I double down on whiskey. I ain't polo tees, I'm cut off sleeve. Little winter green in my pocket. If you ask me where I came from, I started from the bottom. So I just started going, and I'm still going.
Okay, first I'm gonna have to add that to my playlist for whenever I'm at the gym.
Please do. But yeah,
Um,
and meet new people every day. I mean, some help me guys that help me write that song was a guy named Alex Pennington, Josh Bricker. I'm working with a buddy now called Cowboy Calvin, who's really big on Facebook and all these things, and we're getting together and just trying to grow the brand of country music and just bring my level of and my experience and my life into it.
I love that. First of all, I love because I was going to ask you to sing anyway,
Uh,
but I love how you started to sing like because I think it's when people are hearing something and they're like, looking at you and they're like, okay, whatever. So I love that you were like, and let me tell y'all, I can sing, and I'm going to give you a little sample.
Real. This ain't no.
So I love that you threw that in there too. And it's very catchy. So other than just like you said, switching from, I guess, all of those other things that you were doing, what has been your biggest challenge with getting into the country field?
I mean, it's a market where you have maybe five black artists that you basically have three that you can name off the top of your head, and it's going to be your Darius Rucker, your Kane Brown, and maybe Jimmy Allen. And if they go back, most people say, "Oh, black people in country all the time." Have you know Charlie Pride? I said, "Stop it, stop it." That was 4 so don't do me like that. If that's the only one you got, there's a problem, and I'm here to fix it, and I'm gonna bring my friends with me. But no, it's hard to navigate it, but it's not a get rich or not a get rich quick kind of thing. It's gonna take some time. I might not be able to open the door, but I can crack it a little bit more, and then somebody else can take it and run with it, or however long it takes. But you got to be at the table to have that conversation. So,
Yes, and that's very good advice. And that's for anyone that's trying to do anything in life. See, you know what you should be, Freddie P, a quote artist.
yeah, absolutely.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so now tell us about your social medias that you're doing on your TikTok, and tell us about how you started basically navigating to make your TikTok grow, because there's a lot of people that have and I try to use my show and my
Mm,
platform to inspire
right.
people to listen to someone doing something and thinking that they might have a passion for that as well, or to just have some sort of guidance for people who may be wanting to do something and don't know where to
Okay.
start. So how did you start where you were growing your social media, and any advice for anyone that's trying to also do that as that influencer part?
Yeah. So first off, this the most simple things you can do is have great lighting. You got to have great lighting. Make sure your head is not up crazy or down too low. Make sure when you do those words, it's in a box. Put it in a box. It shouldn't be out here to where it's cut off and everything like that. And those are just the basic one, two, threes you need to do every time. And make sure it's clear. Your sound is clear. After that, find your niche. You got to find your niche, and if the video does well, and and you're true to yourself, and that video does well, continue to do that. And so I was thinking today, I gave about when the quote stuff started going crazy. I said, man, this is insane. So you can look at your analytics and see it's women. I'm 80% women, 20% men, this, whatever. So look at your analytics and then cater to that group. And then also, if there's something you want to do a little bit differently, say do 80% of what the people want, 15% of what you want, and maybe throw in some sprinkle some randomness because you got to keep these people coming back and you want to be as authentic as possible. So it's not a stretch for me to say quotes. I love reading quotes. It's not at me. I do country music. I might throw in a splash of 90s music. And then I might do something silly every now and then, but I'm not a really silly person like you. But the quotes took off for me. Singing took off for me. And I think everything has a place, but if it's authentic to yourself, you don't care if you're getting paid or not. You don't care if the video does well or not. You just want to put out content that you believe in and hope that it reaches one person. If it reaches a million, that's awesome. But if it reaches one, you've done your due diligence as a person. You've done what you're supposed to do here, which is spread positivity, give good vibes, and you're being true to yourself. Be true to yourself, and you won't ever lose.
Love that. I love that. Okay, so I am also a
Mm,
parent, and I have some little haterade kids. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So sometimes my kids, like, I'm like, first of all, I need y'all to realize who your mama is. How are your, I know you said you had three kids. So how are your kids, I guess, adapting to all these different things, and especially because it's almost like to have a social media fame is so unique, because it's not, it won't be like the people on the Emmy red carpet or the Oscars red carpet. It's like social media is its own red carpet. So someone may not even know what you look like, and you're a freaking social media star, you know? So how are your kids dealing with this new chapter of your
I
life?
mean, my 5-year-old daughter, when it comes to country music, she said, I love country music. I am country music. My daddy sings songs, and she go to daycare and get everybody looking on YouTube and all this stuff. So she loves the country part of it. So she doesn't really have an idea about the other stuff. Then I have a 6-year-old son, and he plays Nintendo Switch, so he ain't even worried about. But I got started on TikTok because I have a now 14-year-old son. Before COVID, he was actually 12, whatever. And I wanted just to check on him and make sure he wasn't doing nothing crazy. And he's the one that kind of shows me like how to use the technology. Or if I say, "Hey, Jack, listen to this, man. Is it good? Is this bad? Should I do this?" He gives me all the advice I need. So it kind of, if I have a question, I run it to him, and then he'll tell me, "Nah, Dad," or "Yeah," and that's how I get things going. But it doesn't phase him. He's too smart for this TikTok, social media, Instagram stuff, and too cool. But he'll come every now and then and say, "Man, my friends found you." I say, "Yeah." That's why I mean I make sure I don't do anything that's going to embarrass. Like I said, I do quotes, I sing, and I might do some. I don't know. I might lift weights maybe, but there's nothing on here that I wouldn't want to do if anybody was to catch me doing it. So he has no problem with it. He kind of wish he had his numbers higher like I have mine because he has like maybe 500, and I'm like, dude, you're giving me all the secrets and you can't use them for yourself, you know? So no, he loves it. I haven't really been spotted out too much. Sometimes when I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I just moved to Clarksville, Tennessee, and I'm talking to the cashier, and she had her phone out, and I was like, "Hey, you listen to country music?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm Fredy P, up and coming country artist. Check me out." She said, "Hold on, are you on TikTok?" Yeah. She said, "I think I follow you." I said, "Oh, that's." I said, "I just came here to get some eggs, man. Break the bank, And then, but no, it's normal right now. Nothing has been too crazy, except on like TikTok when I go live or when someone else goes live. But life is still easy breezy, man. I'm enjoying life right now.
That's a good point. And I love that you said that about being a father, because I say the same thing. Like I have a daughter who's 18, and so I had talked to someone about this not too long ago on an episode, and I was saying that I started off as a brand, and I started off to inspire women to embrace aging gracefully, being strong, being a survivor, doing all of these things, and I want to show that I work out really hard, but I also can wear a bikini, I can wear a dress, I'm still going to look cute. Like, you can have a balance. So that's kind of how I started my platform. And so I get offers all the time for photo shoots, like bikini photo shoots or other stuff, or just doing things. And I'm like, listen, my daughter follows me, her friends, I would never do anything for you. None of my son's friends will ever be able to say, I saw your mom's butt on wherever. You a damn lie, not my butt, unless you saw it through a skirt or something like you. So I love that you said that, because I think that it adds, I guess, a value to your character, and it just makes you more authentic, especially to people like me that value that, because I think that's so lost. And I think it's also good to show people that, hey, we're not doing this crazy stuff, and you can still be
Absolutely.
successful. You can still be respected. You're not going to see me twerking on the front of a car. Like, it's just not saying that that's bad for y'all. Hey, I'm sure I did it when I was 20 also. I just didn't have no
Yeah.
cameras back then, but I wouldn't post it now. So I love that you said that. And that, like I said, I value people that one are showing, that identify that and are showing that it's okay, and you can be successful at something in life without lowering your personal values.
Absolutely. Well said.
Thank you, Freddie P. That's why I got a show. That's why I got a show. So, all right. So to wrap up everything, this is the chance for everyone that's like falling in love with you. They really gonna like you now because I talked about how wholesome you are and how you doing all of this. You got a big heart, so now you really gonna get turned on. Uh, so drop every of your websites, your TikToks. Throw your sons in there if you want to get him some followers. So what whatever, this is your time. Anything that you're working on, how we can support you, all of that,
Okay, great.
go.
You can support me first off by going to winnersworkfitness.com. So it's spelled the way it sounds, winnersworkfitness.com. Get you some hats, gear, clothes, support the brand. Um, my country music, iTunes, Apple Music, it's all on everything. My current song is My Country Style, but it's just Fredy P. And you spell that Fredy and then a P. There's no two D's and an IE. No, it's Fredy P, spelled my way, Fredy P, and then it'll pull up everything on YouTube, everything on iTunes and Apple Music. Also, my handle is at I am Fredy P, and I'm gonna spell that too since we on this podcast. The at symbol, Fredy. Oh, hold on now, rewind. It's the at symbol, IAM FREDYP. I am Fredy P. There's only one of me. There's a lot of fake accounts floating around, but just pick that one. The one with the biggest number, that's the one you want to hang out with. And the children's book, Be a Dreamer, it's available on every platform. So it's Be a Dreamer the way it sounds, and it's by Frederick. That's the government name. It ain't Fredy P on there. It's Frederick Perry, and that's FREDERICK and then a PERRY. And you can get that book for any child or any person that you want to encourage to go follow their dreams, be a dreamer. And that's all I got.
Well, that's a lot. And if you forget all of that or you guys didn't pay attention, just follow him or send him a message. I am Fredy P on Instagram, and he will gladly drop you 4 paragraphs. I mean, he'll gladly guide you where you need to go to find that.
Absolutely. Thank you. So
Yes. Well, Freddie, I love talking to you, and I always in my shows with something called a life check, and basically, if you read my book Day One, you know a life check is where we reiterate what we've covered for today and make sure that you didn't miss any pertinent information, and also a chance to reflect on things so that you can implement something positive from this show into your life. So for today, what I just wanted to reiterate is how Freddie took something that was a passion, which I love. If you listen to my episodes, you know I always talk about how I love people that find a passion and make it a purpose. So I love that he took that passion of just being, like he said, inspirational. And look what he did. He's grown his name, he's grown a brand, he's been able to venture out into other things. So if you have something that's just burning inside of you, hell, go ahead today, start working on it, figure it out. We even gave you some tips about how to grow your social media, all of that great stuff. And make sure you remember that, you know, your name is your brand and you do not want to tarnish that. And you can grow that sucker into anything that you want. Just grow that brand every single day. So thank you, Freddie P, for your time. We love
you guys have a
you.
great one. Thank you so much.